to Pokemon Go Ahead, it's your boy Cheekly. I've been getting a lot of questions on both TikTok and YouTube about how to take down Dynamax Raikou during Dynamax Raikou Max Battle Weekend, which is this weekend from March 15th at 6 a.m. through Sunday, March 16th at 9 p.m. local time. Good news is, it's not as tough as Gigantamax Pokemon like the ones we had last weekend. It'll require 4 trainers, so if you get a group of 4 together with powered up Pokemon, a strategy, you should be good to go. But you probably want to ask yourself how to be prepared. That's what we're going to do in today's video. I should also encourage you guys to go down to the link in the description for the Pokemon Go news page, where you can look up details about this Dynamax Battle Weekend, where you can not only get some extra bonuses to get more max particles, but you can also use a time researched and complete it for free to get some great encounters and rewards such as Dynamax Drillbur. So before we talk about how to take down this Dynamax Electric type Legendary, subscribe, hit the bell, and let us know in the comments below if you're excited for a new Dynamax Legendary debuting. Dynamax Raikou is going to be a Tier 5 Dynamax boss, which means it only requires up to 4 trainers to defeat. I would highly not recommend soloing this. You could attempt to duo it only if you're a powered up trainer level 50 or if you have powered up Pokemon. If you're not powered up or you're not level 40, 50, do not attempt to duo this. I don't want to discourage you, but I don't want you to lose a Dynamax Pokemon in general. I would just, in general, just have a group of 4, 3 if you are lucky, but just group of 4 to play it safe. And because it's a Tier 5 rate boss, it's going to require 800 max particles, which does sound like a lot. But again, if you are going to be collecting max particles from power spots over the weekend, you're going to be getting a lot. So you can just pretty much restock, right? So you should be able to have enough. And because Dynamax Raikou is an electric type, it is going to be weak against ground. So there is one Dynamax Pokemon that is a ground type. It's pretty obvious what we're going to use, but we got to discuss about it in more further detail about how to use it. Also, if you're looking for the hundo, 1972 is the hundo for Dynamax Raikou. For some reason, Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon cannot be weather boosted, so don't stress about the weather boost. Just make sure that it has 1972 for the hundo. Now let's talk about 2 types of counters. The first types of counters are the attackers. These are more of the offensive ones that you most likely are going to Dynamax or Gigantamax once that max meter has been filled up. The number 1 for both attacker and arguably, spoiler alert, the defender is Dynamax Excadrill because it is a ground type. It's also steel type, but regardless, it is a powerhouse. And if you have Mudshot as a fast move and you max it to the Dynamax Excadrill, you'll be able to use Max Quake, which is going to be a powerful move. However, it's never a bad idea to use Gigantamax Venusaur. That is the second best one. And some of you guys were able to take some down last weekend. So if you have a Gigantamax Venusaur, you can have it use Vine Whip or Gigantamax, or what is it called? G-Max Vine Slash or Vine Lash or whatever. It is a bulky grass type and it resists electric moves. So that's why it's going to be very beneficial if you recently got one powered up. And then I have no idea why they put this on here. Gigantamax Gengar and Gigantamax Charizard, I think these are the worst picks because of the moveset that Dynamax Raikou has. They're electric type moves. And also Dynamax Raikou learns Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball is a ghost type move, and it's strong and weak against Ghost, so having Dynamax or Gigantamax Gengar is a pretty bad idea because you just never know. And also Charizard is not only a fire type, it is a flying type, and flying types are weak against electric. So just, despite looking at the picture, do not use Gigantamax Charizard. You can use Dynamax Rillaboom because not only it's surprisingly a great grass type attacker, it also does resist electric type moves just like we discussed about with Gigantamax Venusaur. So make sure it has Razor Leaf as the fast move. You could Dynamax that if you want, but you could also use the defender as well. And then Dynamax Green it because it learns Mudshot, and that's pretty much it. Now for the defenders, you also can recognize some of the previous Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon that we've talked about. Dynamax Excadrill and Gigantamax Venusaur, they're both top 2 for attackers and defenders. So pretty much just have a whole team of Dynamax Excadrill, or at least 2 Excadrill and a Gigantamax Venusaur. So you could just use Venusaur for defense, and then use offense for Dynamax Excadrill. You also have Gigantamax Toxtricity because it's also an electric type Pokemon. That'd be a good defender. And then you also have Dynamax Venusaur if you don't have Gigantamax Venusaur. And then I don't know why they picked this one, because despite being one of the top defenders in general, Dynamax Metagross is a Steel Psychic type. Now, it's a good typing, but it's probably not for Dynamax Raikou simply because Steel type moves do take good damage of Electric type moves. It's not weak against Electric, but Steel type moves are resistant to Electric types. So like, if you use Metal Claw on Pikachu, it won't do as much. And then not to mention, it's a Psychic type. We talked about Shadow Ball earlier. Shadow Ball is a Ghost type move, and Ghost type moves are super effective, like super strong against Psychic type moves, so it's going to be weak to Shadow Ball. So do not use Dynamax Metagross. Save it for something else like, I don't know, Gigantamax Machamp. And that is how you're going to take down Dynamax Raikou during this weekend's Max Battle Weekend. Once again, there are some bonuses that could help benefit you, getting some extra Max Particles to power up moves, to be able to afford enough to jump into a 5-star Max Battle. You also have a time research you can complete before the end of the weekend to get extra Max Particles and bonuses and rewards. And then of course, make sure you have a group of 4, get a strategy, and you should be good to go. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.